Good morning. It is Friday. So I'm inserting Friday's day into this week's vlog. I signed off last week's vlog yesterday, thinking that I wouldn't have very much to do today, and I think I have quite a lot of footage for that already. So I am starting this week on Friday, so instead of a Monday, purely because also I haven't recorded like a Friday in a couple of weeks now. But this morning I have just spent some time just organising my card stock, as you have just seen. So I have ordered the new cards, I have packaged them, I did that on stream last night, and I have just organised them into my DVD rack there. It's now completely full. I mean, I could squeeze some more in if I decided that I wanted to get another design. I could like really pack them in, but for the time being it's full. So I really need to start to either get another DVD rack and have it next to it, or I need to start like culling some designs, and I'm not sure what to do, because obviously I want to have like an expansive line of greetings cards because it's better to offer more, especially for Etsy. The more products you have, the better you're seen and things like that. So obviously I don't really want to start like discontinuing card designs, but also there are some that really don't sell, like the saber-toothed tiger. Rarely sell a saber-toothed tiger. There's also, what other ones don't I sell often? The snow leopard surprisingly doesn't sell great, so I'm thinking, I don't know whether to discontinue that or not, or whether to just perhaps advertise it more. I know I need to do more in the way of like actually advertising cards and shop products. I need to really get on top of that. But yeah, I also need to make sure that I have a tiger card. Like, I need to put one of my tiger drawings onto a card, because that is going to be probably amazingly popular. So yeah, I've just been thinking about that this morning. I just sat basically in silence just organising those cards. I'm in the mood for just a little bit of silence today, at least to begin with. I've got a nice cup of coffee, and I also have a snack of some chili and barbecue crispy coated peanuts. I like those ones, like it's called peanut roulette or nut roulette or something like that. I really love the fiery chili ones. They are amazing. They're so spicy, but it's like so good. Yeah, I need to edit a YouTube video today, so that's my main priority now. I've half edited it. I've imported all of the footage into Premiere Pro. I literally just need to record an intro and outro, get that onto Premiere Pro, and then I need to just voice over the footage. I'm just going to speed it up and then kind of improvise as I go. But one of the things that I really want to do is just sort out my like zodiac card line. I really want to know your guys' feedback. Like, I've got, I think it's 3 designs. I've got Leo, Sagittarius, and I've got the barn owl, which I'm going to use for one of like the zodiac card things. But I really want to know what you guys symbolize as, specifically Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra and Virgo. What you would give an animal to for those signs. If you're not into it, maybe have a look into it, because I have some ideas as to what I can have as animals for those, because those are like a non-animal signs. But I want to know what you guys specifically think of when that comes to mind. So what I was thinking for let me find it on here. So what I've got for Aries is obviously a ram or sheep. Taurus is a bull or cow. That's one that I've got. I've got Taurus because I've got the Highland cow. Gemini I put down as a butterfly. Cancer crab. Leo lion. Virgo I've put down as a swan. Not sure about that one. But Libra is what I'm going to use as my for the barn owl. And then I've got Scorpio, Scorpion, Sagittarius. I've got the deer card. That one's already done. Capricorn is obviously a goat, but Aquarius is one of the ones that I'm really stuck on. I've got a choice between otter, peacock, dolphin, or seahorse. And then obviously a Pisces is some kind of fish. But let me know what you guys can think of for Gemini, Virgo, and Aquarius, because they're the ones I'm stuck on. And also I'd really love to know your feedback. I'm thinking of, obviously I have like the standard wildlife cards, but I'm thinking of adding like a watercolour splash background, like correlating to the particular signs like element. So for a Leo you'd have the lion drawing, and then I can add like a really kind of fiery orange watercolour background. I'm thinking of doing something like that. I'm not sure though. Or would you guys, or should I just offer them as plain wildlife cards? I'm not sure if I should do both or just the plain wildlife. I'm so unsure of things at the moment. It seems to be a really recurring theme this month, these last 2 months. I'm just so uncertain about everything. I'm feeling really not deflated today. I'm just feeling very low effort. I don't know what it is, and I really hope that I can get out of this funk soon, because it's really starting to affect my mental state as well. I'm fine like in myself, but there's just thoughts, and I thought that writing everything down and getting it onto paper would help, and it kind of has and it kind of hasn't. It's kind of just made things worse, because now I just have more thoughts leading on from what I've written down, so that's fun. Yeah, as you can see, it's just like a really low maintenance day today. I have no makeup on, hoodie, leggings, and I'm just going to get down, edit this video. I've got a really nice atmosphere. I'm going to close this blind in a minute and just kind of edit this video like in the semi-dark and just have a snack. So, my YouTube video is edited. Nice. Thumbnails are always really easy for tutorials, because I just basically use the image that I have like drawn. So that's not a problem. But I have this package which I've been waiting for from Shari for a while. She kindly sent me something to my PO box, so I'm gonna open it for you guys, because she said there's some really like nice trinkets, and I'm really interested to see what it is. So let's open this up. Oh, this is so cute. Okay, so we have this really nice like poppy paper. Oh my god, that is adorable. Okay, so she's written a note as well. I'm just going to read through this. That's adorable. I'm going to pin that on my notice board. Okay, so I don't want to destroy this paper. Man. Is this magic tape? I can potentially score this so I can save the paper. Come on. Oh no, it's ripping. Put that to one side because I'm going to save that. So in her notes she said that there's this wood paper. So let's have a gander at this. Wow, look at that. It does look like wood as well. Oh my, look at that. That is different. That feels so nice as well. It's like really fragile. Oh, thank you. So in here we have some original Chinese brush stroke. Oh, wow. Is it that way? Look at that. I feel like it's that way. Yeah. I'm sorry if this is upside down, Sherry. That is beautiful. I love that. Oh, I love looking at brushwork like this. It's so nice. And these, I feel really bad for opening these up. Jesus. Okay, let's just be really delicate. Hand painted originals by Kufeng. Look at that one. That one's nice as well. I just love the interpretation of different shapes with the brush strokes. Love it. We have this one as well. Oh, this one I love. Oh, I think this one's my favourite. This one's my favourite. How cute is that? Oh, thank you so much, Sherry. These are absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna pop these back in here though, because I don't wanna ruin them. Oh, I'm gonna get a frame for these, I think, and I'm gonna put these up in the studio because these are fabulous and they need to be displayed. But I love them. Thank you so much. She said if you have no use for them, pass them on. But I am not going to be passing these on. These are staying with me. So much, Sherry. That is really, really thoughtful. And I'm going to try out this wood paper with some coloured pencils and potentially some ink. But it smells so good as well. Nice. But thank you so much. It's really, really kind of you. The YouTube video is done. They never take long to process and to encode, so I'm just uploading it now. Gonna optimize it and then schedule it for 6 o'clock this evening. A first actual tutorial video in 2 weeks. I feel so bad that I haven't put anything out, but also just been completely swamped and just I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to do in the way of productivity today. I'm just gonna spend the rest of today just putting my new barn owl cards, snakes and the bee eaters up on Etsy. Just add a few more products and get the shop boosted over there. It's been really good for Etsy orders the last week. Everybody's kind of buying some stuff for Christmas. I stuck a couple of calendars that were on offer or at reduced price up on there as well. Also, if there's any left, I don't know if there will be by the time this goes up, but if there are some left, there are a couple of discounted calendars. I've reduced the price to 10 because it's coming towards the end of the year now. So £10 per calendar, and I think I've got 7 left at recording this. But whether there'll be any left by the time this goes out, I don't know. But check the website if you want to have a look for a calendar. It's the last 7 that I'll be printing. Happy Monday. It is a little late in the afternoon today. It's 3 o'clock. I did come into the studio this morning and I did a little bit of admin. There was a few emails that needed my attention. I had to also add some information to a parcel which I sent off to South Africa. The original rabbit drawing went all the way there to somebody that had the salamander, and I had to add on their phone number for customs because it hadn't quite reached them yet, and customs didn't have the right number. So I've had to do that and all that this morning, so I didn't bother filming anything this morning because I also had a training session at the gym at 12, so that's basically what I've done so far this morning. Just had some lunch about an hour ago, just kind of chilling out because I'm a little bit tired now. You can probably tell from my eyes, they kind of look a little bit sore. This afternoon I have to draw out some outlines. So there's 2 pieces which I need to start. One of them is a tutorial piece which is the I'm going to do like a green cat eye study with white fur for this month, and that's going to be the only one because there's so much content available that I don't think that people are going to need like several tutorials this month. And also I need a break, man. I have worked, to some people it might seem like I haven't worked enough. Some people comment and say that I've worked a lot. I have actually worked so hard this year at tutorials and actually presenting my content on time and doing other aspects. Like I've reintroduced my Etsy store, that's really picking up, so I'm kind of doing orders and like tutorial content, answering emails. That whole like answering email side and the admin thing takes up much more of my time than the actual drawing does. So on days that I don't actually like vlog or anything, I am literally just sitting and doing admin, making adjustments to the website, answering emails, editing videos, just all of that kind of goes on as well as the drawing. Some people will be like, well, you've only drawn like so many pictures this year, how can you say that you've worked hard? I feel like I have worked very hard this year, and I think my stats, I've just had a quick calculation of all of my stats from this year, my income, how much my social medias have grown. Facebook not so much, but the Facebook group that I've been dedicating some time to, that's grown really well. Yeah, just based on those figures, all the hard work that I have been putting in is obviously paying off because everything has grown so much. I will say to you guys, I'm not going to give you like exact numbers, but my income goal, if you watch my, I think I included it in the beginning of the year when I set like my art goals, I had an income goal written down. I think it was visible in the video, so if you want to go back and watch that, you can. Basically, my income goal was a set amount. I reached that income goal in August, and now I am like well above that income goal. And compared to last year I thought I did really, really well. Compared to last year, I've done like a third better. Actually more than a third, like almost 40% better than I did last year. So it's safe to say that I've been working hard this year, promoting and just working on advertising and things and investing a little bit in myself, and it's really paying off, and I'm really, really happy with that. But to get back to my initial point of the amount of content that's going out this month, there's only one tutorial because I need a break. Did I mention it on Friday? Just mentally, I'm a little bit worn out from working so hard through thinking about things and doing various things. It's very difficult for me to take a day off. I rarely take a day off at the weekends. I feel really bad and really guilty with myself for taking a day off if I do, because I'm thinking this is time that I could spend doing something to further my business. Does anybody else get that? I know there's a couple of other like business owners and like arty business owners that watch these studio vlogs and other things and like follow like I suppose the business journey kind of side of thing. Does anybody else get that? Like I just feel insanely guilty when I'm not actually working. Like, even of an evening, I am always like checking emails, just making sure that everything is going okay, making sure the website isn't down, because that's the bane of my life. I just never like actually switch off. I should always dedicate some time in the evening. Like the last couple of weeks, I've just kind of dedicated some time to watching the kind of stuff that I want to watch, rather than procrastinating over, oh, maybe I should watch this, maybe I should watch that, but then maybe I should be working, because I just spend all of the time thinking about what I could be doing rather than doing it, because I just feel guilty about not working and not doing stuff to further the business. So I really need some time off over Christmas. I'm not going to close down my Etsy shop, because when you do that it penalises you, and I've worked hard this year to kind of build that up and get it to a point that I can get steady orders, so I don't want to like mess around with that. But in terms of tutorial content, I'm not going to worry about recording any from next week onwards. So next Monday I'm not going to worry about tutorial content at all. I'm not going to my last like live stream for my puffins is Sunday, and that's my last like working day properly of this year, and then I'm just taking the rest of the year off over Christmas and New Year to just work on some personal things, just come into the studio and just be like chill and just work on things for me. If I want to, I don't know, work on a tutorial, I can. If I want to plan, I can, but I'm not going to like hold myself accountable for doing certain tasks that need to be done. And this is going to be one of my big goals for next year, is that I really need to work on having a day off or 2 days off each week, because I don't think obviously isn't healthy to just constantly be working and to constantly be thinking about working. That's not a healthy situation to be in, and I wouldn't say my mental health is suffering. Like, I just feel a little bit like my energy is depleted and that I'm not quite myself. I try and come across as myself, but like when I'm alone and when I have downtime, I'm very not myself, if that makes sense. So I need to just really make sure that I have these 2 weeks off and really dedicate that time to myself. And when I think about it too much, like now, I just kind of get a little bit overwhelmed and upset. One, the fact that I have managed to work myself to this kind of situation, and also I'm also nervous about taking some time off, because again, I'm kind of thinking that I should be working, so it's a difficult situation, and when I think about it, I start to cry. Yeah, so I think it's clear that I really need to take some time away. I might even take some time off of just YouTube videos. I might not post anything over that Christmas period either, and make this Friday the last video of the year, perhaps. I don't know yet. But yeah, I just need some time off from everything, basically. So yeah, this has been, wow, a 9-minute ramble. This week's studio vlog probably won't consist of that much, because I only have this small eye study to do, and it's not going to take me all that long. It's literally going to take me a day. I can get it done by tomorrow, easy. And then I'm just going to start working on my own pieces. So I'm going to work on my competition piece. I'm going to do a wolf pack for the David Shepherd Wildlife Artist of the Year, and I'm also going to enter my bee eaters into that, or the Jackson's painting prize. I haven't decided yet. I'm going to leave some links in the description below in case anybody else is interested in entering those, because they're really, really good ones, and it's going to be my first actual time entering them as well, so super excited. And I just want to make sure that I create the best possible piece, and I think the only way to do that is just to take a break from ordinary work stuff. So yeah, that's going to be the plan for this week, and just pretty much starting the wind down for the end of the year. I also have some website things to do. So I did actually manage to install WordPress onto my shop subdomain, and I've got like all of the plugins and everything that I need, and I just need to basically, I can download my shop listings from my existing shop as a CSV and just import it into the new shop. So that's not going to be a problem, and then I just have to upload images and just like create a front, like the front page. It's basically just going to be a shop page, and that is it. And then I just have to customize the checkouts and everything, and then obviously I need to do the Puffin dashboard redesign, but that is kind of fun work for me. I enjoy doing website work like that. It's the maintenance that takes up some time. But yeah, that's basically all I need to do this week. So I am going to crack on and draw out my outlines for my wolf piece and also the eye study. The eye study is only going to be like a really small one, like I did for the Halloween one, so it's not going to take me that long, and I'm not sure what size to do the wolves yet. I'm thinking like a fairly largish one, because I want to get as much detail into each wolf, because there's like a bunch, I think there's 5, so I want to get as much detail in as possible. But yeah, let's do that. Morning. Or no, it is good afternoon. Great. It's Tuesday. Oh, I'm so losing track with the days. So today I have to finish the cat eye study that I haven't even started yet, and it needs to be up and done by tomorrow. I suppose in theory I can start it today. I don't have to finish it today. I can finish it tomorrow, but that means that tomorrow then I've got to like edit the footage, get everything uploaded in time for like an evening release, whereas I'd rather it be a morning release for the tutorial. And if we're honest, should have started this last week. But I didn't. So yeah, that's the plan for today. Last night I spent quite a while on my wolf piece. I actually started it, really pleased with the beginning of it. I'm really enjoying it. Like, it got to about 10 o'clock last night and I was like, I should probably just stop and go to sleep. But I didn't want to stop, but I did stop because I didn't want to like work myself too much over this piece. I'll just show you it quickly. So you can see it's here. I've made it like a 14 by 16 piece, which is a really odd size. I might trim it down along the top yet, depends like when the whole thing is finished, like what the orientation is like. I'm gonna chuck like some faux mount on it just to see like how it looks with different, the height is mainly, the width is gonna stay the same, so that'll be, is that the 14? I think that's the 14 side, I don't know. I can't remember what I did with it now. But I might take the height off, so the top of it is just up here, as you can see, and then you've got quite a bit of white space before you get to the first wolf, so I might just cut off like 1.5 inches along the top. But there's the first wolf. Whoop. And it's actually, like, the actual piece is quite large because there's 4 wolves, but the actual size of the details on the wolf is really small. Sorry about this, I'm moving the camera all over the place, so professional today. Yeah, the actual wolf is actually quite small, so I'm enjoying it. it's challenging, but it's fun, and it's something that I don't have to record, and that's what I really need right now. I mean, like, I don't know if that whole ramble I had yesterday and the kind of like little kind of mini breakdown, I'm gonna leave it in the vlog because I feel like it's important, because it's just how creative work makes you feel sometimes. Just have to have a little bit of a well up or cry. But yeah, after yesterday, I don't want to work myself too hard, like go full pelt at this piece, because I don't want to like fall out of love with it like I did with the bee eaters and the wax wings. I don't want that to happen with this. I really want to enter it into the competition this year. So yeah, I want to take my time, but I also really want to work on it, and I'm kind of struggling between live streaming this afternoon or this evening and not. I don't know what to do. I really want to kind of live stream a little bit of it, but then also don't. I just kind of want to work on it in my own time and just like have some free time, you know. As you can probably tell, there's just a lot of uncertainty in my mind at the moment as to what to do. And when my creative mind kind of gets like that, I get nothing done. So I'm really hoping that I can get a majority of this cat eye thing done today. I've done the outline, that's the easy part. I need to just pick some colours, and then I just need to get on with it. So this cat eye is green with like the pink outer eyelid space, and then it's white fur, and I haven't done green and white fur before, so I thought this would be an interesting one to do. And it's gonna not take me that long, so what I'm hoping is that I can get, like, as you can see, the actual eye is quite large, so the main focus is like on the eye, and there's not very much fur. So the most time consuming part of eye studies is like the fur going around the outside of the eye, and there's not too much of that. So I'm hoping that I can at least get the actual eyeball done, and then that's like half of it. And then if I don't do any more today, then it's not the end of the world. Because I just kind of want to get on with these wolves. I just want to I want to start the second wolf. I'm just so excited and so indecisive. But yeah, I'm also quite hungry, so I might actually have some lunch first. But I don't know what to have, and I don't want to spend a long time cooking it. Now the creative uncertainty is leading into daily life, and that's not a good thing, my pals. Not a good thing. I really, really need a break, and I just can't wait to get this cat eye study done and just call it a year of tutorials. Always really satisfying doing this. And there we go. Good morning. Let me just turn my heater off. It is Wednesday. It's rare that I actually film a Wednesday day. Wednesdays tend to be my video editing days, which is exactly what I've been doing this morning. So I had to edit the green cat eye that I finished. Let me just show you guys that. I don't know if I showed it in the last clip, but if I did, then you get to see it again. So I finished this. I think I filmed the tape peeling but didn't actually show the piece. So excuse me, this is the finished piece. I managed to crack this out in just over an hour. Really, really impressed. Like, didn't think I was going to get it done and uploaded and everything in time for today, because this was a deadline, but I managed to do it. So it just goes to show that when I put my mind to things, I can do it, and I'm really pleased. And it turned out really well, and it's quite a really simple study for students to do. A really nice simple one, a nice way to end the year as well, and that's my final tutorial filmed for 2019. I don't know how many I've actually filmed this year, quite a few. I've managed to push out quite a lot of content for my students, which I'm really, really pleased with. But as I mentioned, was it Monday, yesterday, I don't know, it's come at a little bit of a price mentally, yeah. So I live streamed last night. I was working on my wolf piece, managed to get a little bit more done on that, like one more, like the top head of one of the wolves. Can you see this bit here? Managed to get that done. And I was mentioning on my live stream, plus I also streamed yesterday afternoon as well, after I'd finished the cat eye. I've been mentioning on there about what I need to do for content tutorial wise for 2020. I cut down from 2018 in 2019. I was trying to get like 4 to 5 tutorials out per month in 2018, and I felt the same towards the end of that year, actually the kind of middle of the year. I was just working myself to a bad mental state. And now looking back at 2019, 3 tutorials a month. I was starting off with 4 and then I cut it down to 3. It's still a lot to do, especially when there are large projects, and obviously I have other things that I would need to do, like I have the Animal Artists Collective that still needs a piece being done for it, and then I have other pieces that I want to do, like I want to work with different mediums, and I want to like collaborations, like the jellyfish collaboration that I did with Sarah from the Art Hive. I want to work on more things like that, and more things like for me just to express some creativity that's not necessarily a tutorial, because at the moment I'm finding all I'm doing is recording and voicing over as I'm doing it, and it's not the best situation for me. I love doing tutorials, I absolutely love that aspect, but doing them every single day, like as much as I can do every single day, I don't think it's completely healthy to not have like a separate creative outlet where I'm just working on things for me. That's why I want to do this competition piece. That's why I'm really enjoying working on the wolves, because I'm not having to record. I can live stream it if I want to. I don't have to keep it secret. I don't have to talk about and think about what I'm doing as I'm doing it, and I can just draw, and I don't have to have it taped down to my desk, and I can just be free, and I can try different things and not have to work to a limited palette and all that kind of stuff. I really want to do more of that in 2020, and I'm really considering like dropping the amount of content that I put out for tutorials, because I said on my live stream there are a couple of other people that I follow that don't necessarily do like coloured pencil tutorials. They do different medium like watercolour, oil paint, acrylic, that kind of thing. They have their own Patreon page or their own platform, and they present their tutorials there, and they charge more than what I do. Most of them charge like £15 a month, obviously like I do a discount for like an annual rate and stuff. I've seen one that was £20 a month. Can't remember who that was. I can't remember the names of all of the people that I've seen, but my students often comment about other people they follow as well. Now I've looked into them, and so they are charging more than what I do, and they put out less content than I do as well. Now I know I shouldn't like follow everybody else, but I'm thinking to myself, why am I putting so much pressure on myself to get out so much content for this price a month when other people do less than half of what I do and they charge more? I mean, I don't want to charge more for my content. I think my price point is perfect. I get subscriptions every single month. I get repeat subscriptions. I've had students now for a year and a half, and they've stayed with me, and that's really good, and I think that my pricing is perfect. I don't want to change that. So what needs to change is my amount of content. So what I'm thinking, it was suggested that I just put out like one long tutorial every 2 to 3 months, but I don't want to do that. I want to put out content every single month. But what I think I'm going to do is put down minimum 1 tutorial per month, and then if I can put out more, then I can put out more, and then I'm not sort of I don't know putting so much pressure on myself to get so much content out. And then, because when I don't fulfill my content delivery schedule, I come down on myself so hard, and I make myself feel really guilty, and I think, what must my students think of me because I haven't fulfilled the content as timely as I promised. And yeah, that's basically what I've been struggling with towards the end of the year here, and I think it's a good idea if I just cut the content, because anybody new subscribing is going to have such a back catalogue of tutorials now. There are so many technique tutorials, there's live streams that I do twice a month for my club puffins, there's reference photos now for club puffins, and there's a whole back catalogue of all of these tutorials that I've been recording for the past 4 years. Some of them are really old, and like I've updated them, so there are a few repeats, but like with different techniques and stuff. But like based on full tutorials, I think there's over 40 like subjects to draw now, and anybody new joining is going to see all that content and, I don't know, feel a little bit overwhelmed, especially if I'm putting out like 3 more tutorials every month, and then that's going to be like 36 more like 36 additional pieces of content at the end of a year. So I think I can scale it down now and stop putting out so much content, like new tutorial content. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'm gonna try and phase out the $5 tier on Patreon, and then have the $10 tier on Patreon as having like a voiced over, like fast version of the $14 tutorials from like 2 years ago, and start doing that, and then just phasing out the $5 tutorial tier, and then eventually I'm going to phase out the $10 tier, and then just have the one price point, because I think it's going to reduce confusion, because I get so many emails saying, like, asking what the difference is between tiers on Patreon, and I also get people asking what the difference is between my website Club Puffin and the Club Puffin on Patreon. They're the same thing. That takes up a lot of my time, that kind of admin, those kinds of emails. Yeah, and also with the shop doing quite well now and getting a few orders, I'm going to start doing prints again as well, so I need to dedicate some time to that, as well as working on my own projects for originals to sell, because that's quite profitable for me. So I think I'm at a point where I can cut down on the content. And I'm really sorry that this vlog is full of rambling and thinking, but I just really need to get your guys' opinion. I really need some feedback, and I just really need a little bit of reassurance, I suppose, that I'm doing the right thing by reducing some content for 2020. You're still going to get content on YouTube, that's going to be not a problem, but I'm just going to reduce the pressure on myself, because I don't want to burn out, because that's what I feel like I'm getting. I think if I'd have fulfilled or given myself the goal of doing like 3 tutorials for December, I think I just probably would have completely burnt out. I'm so glad that I only gave myself 1, and that I realised that I needed to take the pressure off myself, and I needed this break. So yes, I need your opinion, or just some feedback in general. But I'm actually going to stop the vlog here, and I'm going to record tomorrow and Friday, and maybe a little bit of Saturday or Sunday for another vlog, and then that will keep you guys up until the new year. Otherwise, because I'm not going to be like in my studio doing very much, I'm only going to be packing orders, I'm not going to be drawing very much or anything like that. So this is my last week in my studio, and I want to continue the studio vlog content up until the new year, and then when I'm back in the office and creating more coloured pencil pieces, then we can get back into full week vlogs. But I apologise that this vlog is just going to contain a lot of word vomit and not really much doing, but I think it's really important to show this kind of headspace and this kind of thinking, especially when you're a creative person. I think it's really important that you guys can see this kind of aspect of it, and that it's not all like sunshine and roses all the time. Sometimes there's this doubt, and sometimes you burn out. But yeah, anyway, let me know your opinions. I'm just going to pack up an order, listen to some music, and edit a thumbnail for last week's studio vlog. I don't know, I'm going to be confused with where the weeks are with this, so I'm going to go and do some YouTube stuff. And I really hope you have a nice rest of the week, and I will see you guys in next week's studio vlog. Bye!
I'm a traveler.